So today, we are going to pick up, looking at that blood typing that you've just been working on. We're going to finish Who's Your Daddy, and then we're going to make some babies. From there, for your homework, slide right through that as if I didn't say it, right? You need to study your notes. We have a long break. It's almost like you have 2 Thanksgiving breaks, because this week and then next week, the week after next, it happens again. So, you don't have school tomorrow and you don't have school on Monday. However, school still needs to preside within you because, again, in January we have our final exam, your EOC. So, your homework is to study your notes. You will be getting a study guide today. It will also be posted on the website. You are going to have a test for this unit Thursday of next week. That's going to include everything that we learned about mitosis and meiosis and genetics and heredity thus far, but it also will have stuff that we've learned from the beginning of the year. That stuff will always keep showing up. So your study guide is going to include everything up to this point to help you keep that fresh in your mind. And remember, it is going to be due on the 17th. That is that day that you have the test. With that being said, it is going to be counted as a homework assignment. So if you don't do it, then it's a 0. If you do it, then you've got a homework assignment, but you also got an extra credit quiz grade. Understand how that works? If you don't do it, you just got the 1-0 for homework, which is still not good. But if you do it, then you got your homework grade and 2 extra grades because it'll count as a quiz grade. All right? Make sense? It is a lot of work, but you have a lot of time, and I'm giving you a week in advance. All right, so from there, let's go ahead and let me just give you the table of contents really quickly. Who's Your Daddy is 76. Explore Your Genetics is 77. That's the homework that you did that we'll talk about in a little bit. Making Babies, which you'll get in a moment, is 78, and your study guide will be page 79. Any questions from there? All right. Then let's go ahead and take a look at this. First of all, I do want to commend you all for working so hard and making sure that we move fast to get through these things. With the test, if everyone scores a C or above on that test, I'm looking for all B's and A's, but I know that's difficult for some people. So C and above, then I will do a pizza party. So that means you have to really, really hit it hard. All right?
For what?
For the test that we have next Thursday. All right, so before we move on to this portion, let's take a look at the top portion talking about positive and negative blood types, because Jenny mentioned to us on yesterday, what's up, Lutra? Yeah. Jenny mentioned to us on yesterday that when I said, what are some other blood types? Jenny, look up here. She said some positive and negative. And at that moment, I wasn't looking for that. We were talking about the fact that you can have A blood type 2 different ways. You can have B 2 different ways. You can have AB 1 way. Right? And O, 1 way. But with those blood types, you can have A positive or A negative, B positive or B negative, AB positive or AB negative, or O positive or O negative. And that is because of another protein that is also added on to the blood types. So positive and negative blood types are due to the presence or and that protein is called a rhesus protein. Not like Reese's Pieces. It actually comes from rhesus monkeys. That's the monkeys were called rhesus monkeys, and scientists studied and realized those monkeys also have that same protein, so they call it the rhesus protein. This is called the RH factor. If a blood type Alrighty, so you are blood type O, and you marry a person with blood type AB. complete your Punnett square. Tavarsier. Here's my Punnett square. Let's say this is you, and this is the person you marry. And we'll put your wife. Wifey. Alright. What belongs here for you? O? Mira sus notas. Look at your notes. Look at your notes, Tavarsier. Okay, good. That's you. Your wife is AB. What should go here for her? AB. Like that?
No.
Huh? Together?
Dominant A, dominant I, A, and dominant B.
You got that, Tavarsier? Look at your notes to make sure you see that connection. So you're not off the hook. If this child was the child that was born, what would be the blood type? For this child, Tavarsier, what would be the genotype? If this was the child that was produced? Right here.
Dominant A.
Okay. Good job. All right. Kylie.
Dominant A. Recessive.
Excellent. Jaleel.
Dominant B, recessive I.
Excellent. Keelan.
Dominant B, recessive I.
Will this child ever be O blood type?
No.
Kylie brought up a good point today. She said she found out her blood type. She's O. Don't tell us anything. The fact that she's O, what does her parents have to be? Rajalen.
Both recessive.
They're both type O. It's the only way that she could have gotten that. Remember, because AB is dominant, so if that's there, that's going to show. All right, what are the possible blood types for the offspring? Everyone, tell me the first one.
Type A blood, 50% chance.
Okay, everybody.
Type B, 50% chance.
So you'll be raining children, 50% chance A, 50% B. All right, in 1950s, a young woman sued a film star director, Charlie Chaplin. In suing that film star director, she sued him for parental support of her illegitimate children. What does illegitimate mean?
They don't know the father.
They don't have a documented father. It's not that they don't know them, they don't have a documented, because you can know your father, his name's not on the birth certificate, that would be considered illegitimate because it's not documented. All right, Charlie Chaplin's blood type was already on record as type AB. The mother of the child had type A, and her son type O. Let's complete. And her son had type O.
No, you said the mother of the child.
That's what it says. The mother of the.
children.
It says the mother of the child had. I'm reading. I know how to read. Completing the Punnett square. Who are we completing the Punnett square for? The mom and the child?
No, the mom and Charlie.
Charlie and the mommy. All right, so let's say I is Charlie. Yete is the mom.
You have to do two.
We got to do two?
Yeah, because you got to figure out what the mom is based on the children, right?
No,
You're finding
the type
that.
A could be I.
Is label. We know that the dad is what?
Type A.
Charlie Chaplin's type what?
Maybe.
AB. So what's his genotype?
I dominant A. I dominant B.
I dominant A, I dominant B. Can he be anything else?
No.
No. So Charlie's here also. All right, the mom, what's her blood type?
A.
Everybody.
A.
Hey, levanta la mano, raise your hand and tell me. It says it right here. The mother of the child had type A.
Oh, gosh. Two kids.
Brandon,
Oh,
tell me what's one of the possibilities for the mom? She's type A. The mom is A. What can it be? Like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a possibility. So we have Charlie, and we have the mom. What's the other possibility? Both dominant A. Is everybody with me? Okay. If you look at your partner, if they're not with me, give them a nudge on the shoulder and tell them, come on, get it together. All right, Kennard, you finish that quiz? Okay, thank you. All right, so then let's look at this first possibility. And Rosalind brought up a good point. She said you had to do 2 Punnett squares because there's 2 different possibilities for the mom. What if the courts or the scientists, the genealogists, only did this one and didn't determine that it was a no? Could she fight it?
Yes.
Say, well, you didn't check my other possibility of what I could be. Okay, good. So, here, everybody, loud.
Dominant A, dominant A. Dominant A, dominant B.
Stop for a second. I can't write that fast.
Dominant A, recessive I. Dominant B, recessive I.
You guys are on point with this. All right, let's do this one before we answer the question. Let's do them both. Jenny, what goes here? I thought you tapped her and told her, let's get it together. Come with us, Jenny. This is an A and this is an A. You don't have to be able to see it because you should have written it. Okay. Simon. Rihanna.
Dominant A. Wait, this is Oh, dominant A.
Oh, okay. And everybody.
Dominant A, dominant B.
Excellent.
He not the daddy.
Let's see.
Ooh.
The judge ruled in favor of the mother and ordered Charlie Chaplin to pay child support costs of the child. Was the judge correct in his decision based on the blood typing evidence?
No. That's not the daddy because none of the possibilities come out with O blood type.
So the ruling should have been, you
are
not the father, because none of it came out. But she said, but look, Your Honor, he has his nose. And he said, how you got my nose right on my face? All right. With that being said, you are not the daddy. Who's the daddy? Take those papers out while I'm erasing this. Yes, I'm listening.
So why does it all have like the recent?
It does. You can be O positive or O negative.
Wait, are you positive or negative?
I'm gonna find out my blood type. I'm gonna text you.
All righty. So, yesterday we left off with our commercial break, and I explained to you some of the things that you needed to do. With our commercial break, just a little bit more information. Here we have twins, Cayenne and Remy. They're born a minute apart. One is black, one's white, due to a rare combination of their parents' genes. Both parents have a white mother and a black father. They have just turned 8. This was 2 years ago. So it's possible. Are they identical?
No.
One's white.
They're not identical. And what about one's black, though? Why is the first one you saw was that? What's wrong with it? All right, here they are again. They are twins.
I have seen them before.
Here's their family.
The black girl bad. Right.
Here's another situation where the 2 children has come out, one black, one white, but they are twins. They were born at the same time.
That's so.
Here's an instance where 2 parents who have darker skin have had a baby that looks Caucasian.
You know that happened.
And we'll talk about skin tones in a little bit. All right, let's look at who's the daddy. Who's your daddy?
John.
All right, so what you need to do right now, you need to take a moment. Remember, on the Who's Your Daddy, what we've done thus far is we figured out all of the possible genotypes for these traits, including the blood types for each child. We've also figured out the possible genotypes for said mother and said father, right? So what you are going to do in your boxes below, or your side boxes, you are going to, I'm sorry, not your side boxes, your boxes above, where you have, I gotta get my sheet in front of me, where you had the possible genotypes for the parents. I don't think you figured out all of them for the parents, the mom and the dad. Remember, we didn't do that yet. So you're going to go back to John and Julia. You're going to go to Michael and Aaron. And you're going to also go to the third couple, which was not Michael and Aaron. They were Greg and Maria. I didn't change it on your paper, I don't think. But make sure you have Greg and Maria. And you're going to talk it over with your group. And you're going to get the possible babies' genotypes. Huh? I didn't know if I fixed the names on there because my paper has the wrong name. So again, what you're going to do is you're going to look at both of those parents and you're going to determine the possible genotypes of the baby. All right? And then you're going to talk it over with your group and decide who that baby daddy is. And then we'll come back together and we'll make that decision. Take about 10 minutes to do that. All right, so exploring your genetics. Every human on earth is a combination. These genes created a blueprint for you. Stop talking.
You said the whole
And they make you unique. Genes lead to different traits or characteristics, such as brown eyes and blue eyes. Parents passing on their genes to their offspring, called genetics or heredity. In genetic terms, you are an offspring of your parents. A combination of different genes. Or you could put you are a combination of both of your parents. That works fine. So on yesterday, what you did was every gene has two alleles or forms. One that is dominant and one that is recessive. For each of the traits, there is a dominant and a recessive form. So for instance, brown eyes is a dominant allele or a dominant trait. So the dominant genotype would be what? Dominant.
Yes.
Or dominant recessive. The phenotype would be?
Brown eyes.
Pretty brown eyes. All right. Who knew that song? Get it? All right. Recessive genotype would be? Recessive. That would be?
Blue eyes.
Not brown eyes.
Could it be blue?
We don't know what other color it's being combined with. We don't know what the other parent. Eyes up here, please. Eyes up here. 80s baby, turn around.
Can I do that?
So, Jalil had a good question. Would that be blue? We really don't know. Right now, we're just figuring out the genetic or the genotype of the other if it were recessive. Remember, it takes on the letter of the dominant. So this could be blue eyes and a brown eye parent, or it could be green eyes and a brown eye parent. All right, African prince, pay attention up here. All right, freckles, dominant. Everybody.
Dominant recessive.
And that is reference, the phenotype.
Okay, I'm not going to go through all of these, but I'm going to go through the wording of it. So this is obviously freckles or no freckles. This one would be obviously for rolling of the tongue. Can roll the tongue? No, can't not roll the tongue. I need y'all to pay attention. For dimples, this would be yes dimples, no dimples. For earlobes attached, unattached, this would be unattached or no. And this would be attached. Notice the dominant is not always the yes. The dominant here was the no. All right, widow's peak. Yes? No. Cleft chin. I need you all to stop and get that hat off your head. And you wonder why I always move you through.
I wasn't even.
And dark hair. This would be hair. Thank you, Hernandez. And this would be
Yellow hair.
light hair. Because that doesn't necessarily mean yellow. Alright. So then you had to explore your own genetics.